Rest day, full day of eating. Meal one is going in. In this bowl, we're starting the day of eating with 200 grams of Greek yogurt, a very lean version, very minimal carb. We've got 25 grams of 85% dark chocolate, and we've got 100 grams of pineapple. I've already had a coffee today. I'll show you which one it is. It's the Flat White Dolce Gusto pod. I think there's about 100 calories in here. I don't actually track it, but when I need to pull it out, I will do. Because I had a shocking sleep last night, I'm having another coffee, not that one though. This is just instant coffee, Nescafe. Around 50 ml of milk. I don't weigh that because I'm a lunatic. But yeah, 2 coffees isn't the usual protocol, let's say. So this is the first feeding of calories. It might seem stupid to be drinking my calories during an aggressive diet, but if I'm not suffering at the start, I feel no need to pull something. When things get a bit harder, I will then dispose of them tools, like pulling a coffee out, like adding more cardio, like adding more steps, like swapping rice for potato, them kind of things. I don't just kind of think, right, I'm going into a diet, so I'm just going to swap everything. I kind of keep things as normal as I can. That was, part of my off season, let's say, and then I'll just gradually, use them tools. Dark chocolate Greek yogurt is an elite combo. Coffee is not as nice as a Dolce, but it's okay. Time currently is 10 in the morning. To give you a bit of a run through of the day so far. 5:30 a.m. wake, to the gym for 6:30 a.m, 2 one-to-one personal training clients, then 30 minutes of cardio on the Stairmaster. Now I'm back home, meal one, and then I've got some work to do. In between these rest day meals, I am going to go through a push day with you soon, currently right now. I'm about to crack on with some work, so I've got 2 main tasks today really, on top of just the general kind of stuff. I've got 2 new clients on board, which with coaching, I'd say is the most time consuming thing. So this will definitely take me at least an hour per client. I'd probably say maybe an hour and a half, because I've got to set the training plan up, nutrition plan, set up the timeline of what we're going to achieve, in X amount of time, kind of plan that out for them, and just all the general kind of admin bits that come with that. I've got some form feedback to deliver. I've got no check-ins today, which is good. So I'm hoping to be finished work by like 1 p.m. Let's see. I do feel absolutely shagged today, beyond belief. So I might not finish at 1, it might be 2. After a couple of hours of work, the next meal was going in. So we had 4 slices of wholemeal toast, 4 large eggs, 100 grams of avocado, and as you can see, we've got a bit of pineapple and orange squash. I'm going to have to start again with this clip because I forgot to turn my mic on, but here we go. Meal numero tres. Let's have a ganders. So what we've got here is simple, it's effective, it tastes decent. We've got 50 carrots, not actually 50 carrots, 50 grams of carrots. That would be a lot of carrots, wouldn't it, having 50? That, don't know, wouldn't be that enjoyable, I'd imagine. 100 broccoli, 100 rice, 200 chicken, and as for the sauce, I don't know, about that much. I'm a good lad, ain't I? I'd imagine it's about 30 grams of sauce. Anyway, jog on, mate, because I need to eat. You don't want to watch me eat. Oh, before we talk about your Smith press, I've just ate 50 carrots.
Yeah, you're a good lad. You like carrots, yeah?
I do like a carrot. 50 of them. So today, in for push, chest, shoulders, triceps, and with Turbo Scotty again. Here he is.
Yeah, one more day training.
The question is, have you had your energetic oats today?
2 manner.
Explain to the viewers, what are energetic oats?
Oh, the Polish oats?
Yeah.
So, Polish oats, the 2 scoops of pre-workout.
In the oats?
In the oats.
Oh yes, that is the
work.
First exercise, we're doing this Nautilus shoulder press. First exercise, because predominantly I want to bring my front delts up. Obviously when I'm dieting now, I'm probably going to struggle to kind of improve that area, but I need to hold on to that tissue. So You'll notice when I start with this, my torso angle is really important. So if I have my hips really far forward here, I'm almost just turning it into a chest exercise. At the same time, I don't want to be the whole way back because I've already got like a completely vertical press in my program, being the overhead press. So what I do is just have my hips a little bit further forward, not much, only a couple of inches, and that way it's like a high incline press.
Come on, bud, 3 more.
Go on, right up, Scotty. One more. Up. Again. And again. 2. 1. Yeah, good, nice.
It's happens when you train with Brad. Annihilates you.
Next exercise is meant to be a machine lateral raise, but there's a guy on it and he's got 3 sets. So instead of waiting around, it's good to keep the same exercise in every session so you can track your progress. However, I think like if I've got to wait around 15-20 minutes, I think it's better to do like a like for like exercise for your isolations. Like I wouldn't be swapping out my main compounds like my shoulder press, chest press, but things like this I'm not too bothered about. It's realistically as well with a lateral raise, it's unlikely that you're going to be adding reps, adding weight every session, so I'd rather just swap the exercise and just keep the session flowing. Oh yeah, buddy. You know the problem with training with you?
What's that?
Like, you make me laugh too much.
That's still funny, mate.
It's great.
Yeah. Well, it's better than being bored, isn't it?
No, it's true. Second press is a horizontal press. So we're using this Watson cable machine press. So what I'm going to do is 2 sets here, but I'm just going to see how it feels because last time it just irritated my shoulder a little bit. So hopefully, yeah, we'll do 2 sets. I'm going to load it like 6 to 9 in this first one, see how it goes, then we'll do a back off set. And what we're going to do is use the Prime kit afterwards, and I'll explain kind of how I'm going to manipulate the resistance profile. Hardest thing about this is just that initial one. But I don't want to get a lift out because for the last, 16, 20 weeks, however long I've run this, I've just got it out on my own, so I don't really want to change that. It's all about just keeping all the variables consistent. After that cable chest press, Scott had to leave early. So what I did was I obviously scrapped filming because I had no one to hold the camera and just filmed the rest of the clips on my phone and then just decided to voice over the clips now. The cable chest press is progressively feeling worse. So what I'm probably going to do is maybe drop that to 1 set or even take it out. Potentially do a plate loaded chest press, which is next to that. And yeah, I'll do 2 sets on the Prime incline press, which I'll get onto in a minute, which I'm already doing. Anyway, yeah, the next exercise was a unilateral chest fly. The reason for that, I get a good connection to my chest and, prevents imbalances and also just feels a little bit less stress on my shoulder by just focusing on 1 pec at a time. So you notice I'm spending 1 second in the stretch, 1 second in the short. After that, so 2 sets there, 10 to 15 reps, I then go into the Prime press, incline press. When I'm doing this, obviously I can manipulate the resistance profile. So with this exercise, I'd never really load the shorten range. It's always like the mid or mid to lengthened. So after doing the cable press, obviously the resistance on that is going to be even the whole way through because it's a cable. So what I'm doing on these next 2 sets is loading like a 50-50 between the mid and the lengthened, and then I'm hitting, anywhere between 8 and 10. Once I've took that set till failure, what I then do is just load the lengthened range, or like a 75-25, 75 in the lengthened, 25 in the mid. So when you're manipulating resistance profiles, you want the reps to like gradually slow down as you fail. The last kind of 2 reps are like you get it out the stretch where we're strongest, where there's a bit more load, and then it kind of drops off in the short. Like you've got the resistance profile right when you gradually fail. For example, on like hammer incline presses, you'll notice that when you do these, especially say if it's not your first press, you'll just kind of die straight away halfway through the rep. So that wouldn't be a good idea to have them presses at that time. So typically for me, I'll do like a shortened range challenging movement at the start of the session, and as we kind of progress through the session, we load more of that length and range. I do want to stress though, if you're new as training, you don't really need to worry about resistance profile. Just pick a horizontal press, pick a vertical press, and get stronger with it. Anyway, after that, I then did a tricep push down, 2 sets there, 10 to 15, and 1 set of a skull crusher. Hopefully next time Scott will be there to film through the whole session and we can spend a bit more time getting some clips talking about everything. And the last meal of the day, we've got 1 salmon fillet, 150 grams of peas, and we've got some sweet potato made into wedges. We've used some peri salt for the seasoning, steaming up there. We've also got some orange and pineapple squash, so some more calories I'm not tracking. So that's what I'm currently eating on a rest day, which isn't a lot of food for me, which is why I'm losing I've lost 4.9 kilos in less than 4 weeks. And the goal is, over the next 3 weeks, to lose 1% of my body weight per week, which is about 0.8 of a kilo. So obviously the initial week, we drop a little bit more. I think I lost about 2 kilos in the first week, and then it's kind of tapered off a little bit, but we're keeping that rate of loss, right. And as for expenditure, steps averaging 8 to 10k a day. With cardio, I'm doing it between once and twice a week. I'll sometimes do it twice if my step count is a little bit low and I'm short on time, so I can be a bit more efficient. So hopefully over the next 3 weeks, I can pull off hopefully another 2.5, maybe 3 kilos. And then we'll go to Mexico and get fat.